Hey there, this is long overdue, but during a Modern Warfare Remastered stream last year, you guys donated for me to get this chair. You guys know that my old chair that I used to play in, and you guys would see it on my streams, was nothing short of a disaster. So luckily we have this bad boy now, and I absolutely love him, and I wanted to just write down everybody's name, and I said I'd do this. I was going to get everybody's name written down, because luckily for you guys, I didn't use my handwriting, but I got my girlfriend to write down the names of everybody who donated a super chat for the chair fund right here on this piece of paper. If you see your name, go ahead and comment down below. These are the names attached to the super chats that YouTube showed me when I went back and looked at the stream. I wrote them down, sent them to my girlfriend. She had some projects she had to do for other people. She does art for people. And yeah, either way, this is going right back here behind this strap, like that, so that I'm reminded that you guys kind of make this happen. You guys make this shit work. So thank you guys so much for the donations. Thank you guys so much for helping me get a nice, comfortable chair to game in. My back thanks you. And everybody's eyes thank you, because that other chair looks like it's been sex trafficked, and it's beyond repair. Anyway, thank you guys for the donations all the way back then for this chair, and any donation that's happened since then, honestly. I really don't thank you guys enough for those. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you when I see you, and that's when this video starts. Alright, so maybe you guys have noticed the lack of zombies content on this channel. The very astute of you may have realized that I've only used zombies gameplay once, and I've only streamed zombies maybe twice before Cold War came out. But if you guys watch my live streams, you know that I'm actually quite a big fan of Black Ops Cold War Zombies, with the single exception that there's only one gosh damn map. But I'm glad that bothers me. It bothers me because I would play this game mode so much more if there were more maps. But I've already learned this map forwards and back. I've done the Easter egg twice with my buddies. I think I have everything max leveled except for my sniper rifles. It's fine, I like it. But you didn't click on this video for me to tell you that I like it. You came for me to tell you why I like it. Well, that's because it doesn't really resemble a zombies mode. I mean, yeah, the Easter egg and the tone, that's more zombies-esque, but really what it reminds me of is a survival mode from something like Modern Warfare 3, COD Ghosts, Modern Warfare. It feels way more equipment-oriented, and tell you what, as a multiplayer fan, that really works for me. The fact that my Tomahawk one-shots for so many rounds, I think up to like round 45, it'll one-shot almost anything. I'm pretty sure even past that, it one-shots. And you can just go to a buy station and buy Tomahawks or pick them up off the ground. And when I need to kill 5 zombies with an empty mag and I'm getting cornered, I can just throw Tomahawks at them. Let's say my friends are getting overwhelmed. I throw a decoy, or obviously the monkey bomb. Or I throw C4 on the ground, I detonate it, and every zombie falls on the ground. Molotovs are great for cutting off spawns, and it really makes me feel like I'm playing like a Metal Gear style zombies game. No, not that. But every piece of equipment here really goddamn matters. Like, a Simtex can actually save your life just by stunning, stopping, and staggering zombies. You compare that to something like Black Ops 3, and after a while, the only reason to use a frag grenade is to create a crawler, and a lot of people get irritated at you if you do that. Whereas if I start throwing around C4s in Cold War, everyone's going to be happier because the zombies will be easier to kill. Then you have the kill streaks, from the combat bow to the cruise missile, the war machine, the chopper gunner. These are what really bring the game mode together for me. Nothing feels better than coming in clutch with a chopper gunner or a war machine to save your friends. It really makes the co-op aspect of this game mode so much more appealing than it normally would be. Then we have the field upgrades. Now admittedly, I pretty much always use Energy Mine or Healing Aura, but these are really great because you can use them in conjunction with your teammates' field upgrades and really get some devastating combos going. During high rounds, fighting the Megaton off with a Ring of Fire and a Healing Aura active is basically cheating. Every time I get stuck in a corner and I shoot an Energy Mine at my feet, it always frees me out of that corner. Cold War Zombies makes me feel like a Swiss Army knife, and the fact that I can have every perk on the map, with the only downside being that they get more expensive as time goes on, means that I'm not limited to the meta perks. One of the things that kept me from enjoying zombies previously was that there was only some perks that were really worth grabbing, and anytime I played with a decent player, they would tell me to avoid certain perks, meaning there were entire perks on maps that I just never used because I didn't want to fill up all my slots with perks that didn't really matter. Now the goal is to get all of the perks, with maybe the exception of Elemental Pop, so that you can just be a fucking tank. A quick, speedy, versatile tank. But that's basically me just telling you that I like the zombies mode. That doesn't really get into the nitty-gritty as to why. The reason I like it is the same reason I prefer Modern Warfare 3 Survival over Black Ops 2 Zombies. And keep in mind that up until this point, Black Ops 2 Zombies was my favorite. But in a game mode where I can spawn in with any gun that I choose, with any amount of perks that are on the map, with a bunch of useful and versatile equipment, such as decoys, stun grenades, Simtexes, C4s, tomahawks, plus my field upgrades, and the ability to use kill streaks, it feels like there isn't just one path, one meta path to success. It feels like a sandbox. It feels like a game that I can play 15 times, 15 different ways. I've seen people say that they think that Black Ops Cold War Zombies is too easy, and I think that this first map is a little too easy, but we've talked about this in the past. When you make something more customizable, you add more variety to it, it's harder to perfectly balance the difficulty without getting people to just cheese things. And yeah, abusable freedom has its downsides, but the upside is that me, as a non-zombies player, has a game mode that they can pick up and play and never feel limited, never feel like there's all this forbidden hidden knowledge that I have to obtain in order to do well at it. I feel like I can go in with a weapon that I like, set up properly, with my fully upgraded perks and field upgrade, and do well, at least up until round 35 or so. This is why I prefer open meta to closed meta, because when the meta is open, there's more than one pathway to success. And yeah, there are some really non-optimal things you can do. You could spawn in with a really crappy weapon, with really crappy attachments, and buy the perks that aren't upgraded. Yeah, there's a way to have a non-optimal experience, for sure. Maybe you're also really bad at pathing, you lock yourself in corners and you get beat up by zombies and it's miserable for you. But when you get that flow down, you get that rhythm down, you have the perfect setup, it's easy. And then you have the added bonus of still being able to level up your weapons, unlock camos, and still progress through the battle pass, meaning when you get tired of the competitive sweaty nature of the multiplayer, you can go shoot zombies and still have good XP gains and good battle pass progression. Now for a couple criticisms. Yes, I agree that some of the charm of zombies has been lost here with Black Ops Cold War. Making it more of a sandboxy survival game mode takes some of the tension out of it. There used to be a vague, creepy nature to zombies, and here it's a lot more about how many ways can you kill them versus can you survive them. And there are little bits of flavor gone, like I know, people will complain about the pack-a-punch animation not being as sexy as the old one. One of the main Easter eggs that people activate all the time is the coffin Easter egg, which is dated because that's a dead meme, and those things are worth criticizing, and I will admit, I do prefer the tone of older zombies maps. It was just a little bit creepier, a little bit more vague. And here, it's way more equipment and progression oriented, but I don't mind that. It's still a hell of a lot of fun. I can simultaneously mourn the loss of that old feeling while celebrating that the new one is right up my alley and I can enjoy the hell out of it. Now this wouldn't be one of my videos unless I did a constructive complaint, so let's fit one in here. I do think that salvage and point gains need to be increased just ever so slightly. Optimizing point and salvage gain really feels like a chore sometimes, especially when playing with other people that are taking kills and grabbing their own salvage, and sometimes even though I'm not playing poorly, I just don't have as many points or as much salvage and I'm not able to upgrade my armor and weapons for the coming rounds. One thing I think they should implement is a streak system. If you go without getting hit for a certain number of kills, you actually increase your point gains. So even if you're not getting as many kills, if you're getting a lot more smart kills, meaning you're not backing into corners, you're not running through hordes and getting hit, you get a small multiplier on your points that goes up gradually the longer you don't get hit. I think this would open up fun challenges for the community because I think people would try to play entire matches without getting hit and they'd be properly rewarded for it. They'd see how high the multiplier can go, and it always feels like one player in a group of 4 is just not getting as many kills as the others, You know, maybe they have wonder weapons and ray guns. For whatever reason, they're just not doing as hot. And I feel like if they're able to play smart, they should be rewarded, because if the 3 other players on your team there have ray guns and you have a 1911 you're trying to level up, I think you should be rewarded for just not being a punching bag for zombies. Anyway, if you want to watch me play zombies, hit the bell icon. I do live stream it occasionally to level up my guns and to goof around with friends. I'm trying to get better at just having like random conversations while playing it, because sometimes I get too into it and I just stop talking, and those streams can't be too fun to watch. But if you want to watch me do it, hit the bell icon and get notified when I go live, and I'll see you when I see you. Thank you for watching my video.